Alrighty, well, I had a vacuum cleaner here at work. That typical Chinese piece of shit, basically. One of these really good ones. It's a HEPA air filter. I think that means it sucks to, I don't know if it's 1 micron or 10 micron or something like that. It'll clear out, but they should just call it a HEPA shit, because that's pretty much what it is. Anyway, wasn't sucking very well at all, and he said, can you chuck that out? And I said, oh, can I take it home? And he said, what for? And I said, well, so I can strip the copper out of the motor. And he goes, oh, you flaming tight ass. He said, I don't care what you do with it, you can take it home and strip in front of it if you want to. But anyway, so I took it back here and basically pulled it apart, and there's bits of fluff here and there. There's a bit of fluff on the exhaust fan. I've actually chucked all the other fluff that's come out of different crevices onto this bit of sponge, but that's your outwards exhaust filter. But while I was pulling this all apart, I realised something about the design. And typical Chinese fashion, there's nothing soldered, it's just bare bits of wire that are just sort of clamped and crimped in place. No screw, no solder, no nothing. And the most intriguing thing about it is, how does this engine cool itself? Very intriguing. Well, what happens is, goes through this, up through your hose, and ultimately through this HEPA shit, and through to the impeller in there. I'd use my other phone, by the way, but I don't know where the hell I've put it. But anyway, you can see the little impeller in there. Now, that's what sucks the air through. Now, there was a bit of fluff and hair and shit on that impeller, so I sort of turned it around and plucked it all off. But unfortunately, she's all sort of crimped and I can't undo it. Now, the air that is used to cool the engine, just have a look at this for a second. Air comes in through the impeller. Crimped. Those little pieces you can see there are where it hooks onto a little rubber mount. And the air spits straight out there. That's no joke. The air you're sucking through the hose is the same air that cools the engine. So, if your HEPA filter fails, if you don't have that sitting on the top of it for a few seconds and you have it running, it sucks that fluff and all that shit, especially the shit that I found on the impeller, straight through the engine, into the bearings, in through the brushes, which you can see there, and spits it out the side here before it goes out through the back here where that little piece of sponge was that I was showing you. No joke. If your filter doesn't work, it's basically built to self-destruct the engine, because as soon as the filter isn't cleaning all the shit out, that same air that you've sucked through the hose is what cools the engine and gets blown right through the bearings and the brushes and the works and jerks in there, and it just chews itself to death within no time flat of the filter failing. Absolutely brilliant. Chinese style manufacturing.